It was on the 11th of June this year. How many months passed? Close to 5 months passed when Fabrizio Romano took to his Twitter and really said the following about Alejandro Garnacho, that this guy and United are in talks to see to it that his contract gets extended. In his own words, Fabrizio Romano said Manchester United are working on a deal for the Argentine talent Alejandro Garnacho. Talks already started to get things done this year. Man United plan to offer a 5-year deal as Alejandro Garnacho is considered a huge talent. Now, after his brilliant display yesterday, as United was playing a side which goes by the names of Shelf at Old Trafford, really had a very good game. In my player ratings, I really gave him my man of the match. Even the fans of Manchester United at the Manchester United website and Twitter voted him as the man of the match. That is Alejandro Garnacho, and obviously we are really applauding him. And obviously, after putting up such a very huge performance at Old Trafford, the manager had something to say. But the most important thing is that Samuel Lucas, a correspondent of the Manchester Evening News, has come out and told us that United are in their final discussions to really give him a new contract at Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video on our channel, which goes by the names of United Matters channel. Now we are talking Alejandro Garnacho, and obviously a man who goes by the names of Samuel Lucas that's gonna hate to let us know that United are really processing a new contract for this guy, and obviously even Fabrizio Romano has gonna hate to really let us know about the current situation of Alejandro Garnacho. Being at Manchester United is really one of those things that you have to go on and really be proud about, especially graduating from the academy, because we rarely have players from Manchester United who really graduate from the academy. You know that very well. You know that very well. And it's always hard for a player really to make it from the transfer market, from the academy to what we call the main team. When you look at the current players right now that have broken through from the academy, it's Scott McTominay. We are having Marcus Rashford. Who else? There is Anthony Elanga, Brandon Williams, Zidane Igbo. I know he will come in, because at United, if you're at the age of 18, 19 and you are making out on the bench, and Erik ten Hag really sees you as the best pass of the ball at Carrington, that means if at all you keep the pace, keep the discipline, and obviously not down tools, your chance is coming. Like Alejandro Garnacho. If at all you are told that Alejandro Garnacho is going to this game of football that we played yesterday, most of you would have not accepted, because you were not in the know that this guy would go in and play ahead of a man who goes by the names of Elanga, because Anthony Elanga even had the chance to go on and start because Sancho was not playing very well. Reason being, he played some 6-7 minutes. In the game of Chelsea, you saw him taking on the likes of Azpilicueta. So it is written everywhere that this guy is really having a very good chance, and he's really one of the players that are blessed in the field. You want to say Mason Greenwood, yeah, he broke it through from the academy, but obviously things have not yet gone the right way. Until the court proves that he's innocent, then he will return, and really we count him as a United player. Then James Garner, not so. Those on loan, I know Hannibal will make it. This other guy, Fernandez, who plays as a left back, Alvaro Fernandez, I think is good. Then there is another player who plays as a right back at QPR. Remind me his name. I've forgotten his name. Ethan Laird. That's the guy. Now, Alejandro Garnacho is really having his contract. He signed it on 1st July 2022, and it is ending on June 2023, meaning that next year in June his contract might end, and obviously United want to keep him. And with Erik ten Hag starting to give him frequent games, obviously this player will be so much entitled to stay at Manchester United. Now Samuel Lucas has told us that Manchester United are progressing with talks over a new contract for Alejandro Garnacho. Sources say United are comfortable with Garnacho's situation due to the length of his existing deal and incremental increases. I know this deal has an option of 1 year. That's it. And I believe it might be triggered if at all they don't come to an agreement. But as things are really going on, everything is really going on as planned, that United want to really tie him on a longer contract. And obviously his contract situation is really going very good at Old Trafford. Now, Fabrizio Romano has also told us that work in progress to extend Alejandro Garnacho's contract. Negotiations have been ongoing for a month now. That is Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United have their long-term deal proposed already since June. So it's all about Alejandro Garnacho and his agent to go on and really put pen to paper. And I believe this game of shelf came in a very particular time, or right time, to convince Garnacho and his agent to go on and really sign. People might really take Garnacho for really granted, but don't take him for granted, because teams like Juventus, Barcelona, and every big team in the world is really hunting for this guy, because he's one of the prospects that are really great from the academies. And I believe United are really going to go on and really get this player onto a contract, because to me, I believe no player at Manchester United plays better than him as a left attacking midfielder. No player, let no one lie to you, no player plays better than him when it comes to what we call the left attack center midfield. Even the manager said that the reason as to why he really brought on Garnacho was that he is good at taking on players. He dribbles. His dribbling tempo past people is really out of this world, and it's immense. And I believe this guy should stay into the starting 11. And later in the night, when you're doing the match preview of United versus West Ham, the question is going to be Sancho or Alejandro Garnacho. And I believe Alejandro Garnacho has earned all the rights to start into this game. Bragging rights, he has earned them to start in the game of United versus West Ham. I don't know what you think about it, but I'm going to broaden it when you're doing the preview of West Ham versus Manchester United, because I believe this guy is really immense. Now, after knowing that this contract is going to be given, the manager Erik ten Hag said the following about this 18-year-old lad who goes by names Alejandro Garnacho. He told us that Garnacho is really good. Is a really good tempo dribbler. He can outplay opponents with tempo dribbling, and that is why you need that's what you need against a tight, compact playing opponents. Obviously, we are playing tight, compact opponents. You know that very well, because they had close to 7 players. You get playing as defenders, and obviously even the center forward that was really playing for them in this game of football, you saw what happened to him. He was also defending deep. He was playing at the arc of the 18 yards box area of a team which goes by names of Shelf, meaning that United spent almost 90% of the 90 minutes playing into the final third of a team which goes by names of Shelf. So it shows you how important this guy is, and obviously the manager really told us that he picked him on merit, because he never really convinced him in the preseason, even up to now. But I think in the previous 2 weeks, Alejandro Garnacho was really doing great. And obviously, Sancho's deep in form changed the manager's situation and said, all right, when you look at Anthony Elanga, he's good, he runs with the ball, but obviously, he's not good at really sitting down opponents. The obvious plan would have been Sancho, but Sancho has failed to really peak or hit the ground running this season. And obviously, Alejandro Garnacho is really one of those players that can go on and do the job, and the manager really gave him the chance after impressing him in training. And Garnacho went on and really impressed the manager and played very well. And obviously, this is the outcome that everyone is talking about, this 18-year-old Argentine player. Now, Marcus Rashford, he's the right person to come out and talk about Garnacho, because Garnacho is really one of those players that is coming in from the academy, and Rashford also came in from the academy. Remember, for him, he came in earlier and made his debut for United at the age of 16 under Louis van Gaal in 2016, when most of the players were really injured, and this guy came on the field of play and really banged in 2 goals against Midland, scored a brace against Arsenal the next weekend. Next game he played against Man City, he scored 1 goal, and obviously he made his mark into the starting 11 of Manchester United. And obviously every manager that has been coming in at Manchester United has been giving him the required playing time, because he is really one of that hardworking player. Rashford has said the following on Alejandro Garnacho, that he done brilliant. expressed himself and played positive football. I'm pleased for him, and hopefully he can kick on now and start getting more minutes and performing like that. Yeah, I believe when Erik ten Hag really entrusts a young player like Garnacho, it's not the end. It's not the end. He has to reward him after putting up such an exquisite performance against the side which goes by the names of Shelf. And I'm not going to be worried to see Garnacho starting that game of a team which goes by the names of West Ham. Sorry, in a team of Manchester United, when you're playing a team which goes by the names of West Ham over the weekend on Sunday. I won't be surprised unless otherwise there is an injury. But if things really stay as they stay and Sancho doesn't up his game in training, obviously expect Alejandro Garnacho to go on and really get minutes in the game of West Ham, because I believe he's the best that we have. It's hard for us to believe, but trust me, Alejandro Garnacho is the best that we have when it comes to playing that side. I believe Alejandro Garnacho is going to be playing off that side, and then Sancho might be shifted to play on and compete with Antony in certain games, because the manager might really believe that, oh, maybe Sancho can really find himself into the playing position of a right attacking winger again and compete with Antony. So, because even Antony is playing very many minutes, and you saw yesterday what happened to him. And talking Antony, yesterday when he really did that spin, Paul Scholes, one of the legends of United, really went hard on him. And in his own words, this is what he said. To me, I believe it was over the sleeve, according to me. I don't know what you guys think about it, but to me, I believe it was uncalled for. Antony Scholes on Antony said, I don't think that is a skill or entertainment. That's just being a clown. I think this is even ridiculous from Paul Scholes. I think he needs a more entertaining skill. I don't know what that skill achieves. Even before, he did nothing in the game. Doing nothing in the game, I think that's really a far-fetched, according to me. But the way he really went on him is not the way he went on Harry Maguire, because how many times have you seen these players who are English, these pundits who are English, going on calling English players clowns? You get? They don't call them clowns, but they go ahead and really call foreign players clowns. How can you call a player a clown? Putting on that United red shirt that is so much admired by very many people in the world, and you come out and really call a player a clown? I think this went beyond. It was beyond. And maybe he's really having a problem with Antony. Even he called him, there is the way he insulted him and called him a what? I remember a dolly what? A single what? There is the day he really went ahead to really go on and really underrate this guy. He called him a one tricky pony. That's it. That's what Paul Scholes called Antony. I believe Scholes doesn't like Antony. Naturally, it's natural. It's natural because everyone has a person he hates because yet that person has not done anything bad on him. That's it. So every person has that person. But the way you react out in public, in front of media, and call someone a clown, I think that is really overhead. That is really overhead. But Antony really kept quiet, or didn't keep quiet. Guess what he did? He went ahead on his Instagram and said this. So Antony has really gone ahead to reply Paul Scholes and has told him that we are known for our art and I won't stop doing what got me to where I am. And believe me, the reason as to why people went hard on him was because he really put up a very final pass when he really did that spin 2 times, because he did a 360 spin twice and then laid that pass to find Casemiro and it was really off. Some people say that he was dizzy. That's why he really found himself in a very bad situation of really passing that ball in a perfect manner. But obviously, to me, I really believe it wasn't all about him being dizzy. He has been doing this, and it's not the first time this guy is doing this. I remember he did it in the game of a team which goes by the names of Newcastle, and very many people never even recognize it. The reason as why they never really gave it their mind was because Antony reacted quick. He did just one spin. He spinned just once, and then he really went in and passed that ball in there for you. But he controls that ball most of the times like that, and people, all fans at Old Trafford really got off their seats and really got themselves excited. And to me, this is something I really want to see us do game in, game out. I want most of the people go to the field of play for excitement. You get us winning and getting some excitement from Garnacho and Antony. I think that's the best that we need in the game of football. Getting the likes of Antony, Garnacho entertaining us. That is also part of the game that we shouldn't go out and really slate our own players about. So I believe Scholes really went overboard, and I believe he has just an agenda over Antony, but I believe Antony is really a very good player, and him coming in through at 85 million pounds, scoring 3 goals, and he's really putting in good performances game in, game out. I believe he's better than Harry Maguire, who has been here for close to 3-4 years, and he was bought at 80 million pounds, and I've never seen Paul Scholes calling him a clown. You get? So that's what I had for you. I want to see your reaction in the comment section below. Alejandro Garnacho's new contract and Antony replying Paul Scholes after calling him a clown. Thank you guys for watching in United Matters channel. It is subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to let us know what you think about this channel, and obviously lower right bottom corner and smash the subscription button, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now I leave you for now. I leave you with the Almighty Lord to protect you, and see you over this weekend. Because today is Friday, obviously I'm returning back with the press conference reaction of Erik ten Hag. It's going to be a live video. Prepare to go on. I'm really going to do a live video today, and I think every day I'll be doing one to interact with you more, such that when you're doing these match build up and match reaction, it's not the first time you're really seeing us live. I really want to see you give me your comments, such that I really give you my honest opinion as far as those are concerned. Good evening.